Welcome, Kingsman, back to another glorious battle. This one is in 1212 AD, which is a mod for Total War Attila. This is going to be the beginning of the series of battles that all build on each other, kind of just telling that story. Something I've wanted to do for a very long time. I'm very excited to get these started. There are going to be bigger battles to come. This one is, of course, the Kickstarter, and quite honestly, it's gonna be a smaller battle. Still highly significant when it comes to the future battles in this playthrough. As obviously, if you've been watching, I will have done an intro video kind of explaining the backstory to how this battle is coming about. And yeah, so let's just get straight into the armies. Of course, we have Lithuania and Bohemia. They are going to be kind of marching. Looks like we have the Lithuanian army. Kind of the stronger, actually, of the two armies. Has a lot more heavy melee, has some medium shock cav, but has a lot of heavy melee and heavy spear and heavy shock. And this army that is sneaking through the tree line here, and when I say sneaking, I literally mean sneaking. They're all hidden. It's only medium melee, medium spear, and medium shock, plus some medium crossbows and archers. So a very outmatched by themselves, to be sure, but man, they have the element of surprise right now. I mean, you can see the Teutonic army. Well, sort of. You can kind of see the Teutonic army in the background here, just unknown to them that this whole Lithuanian army. I mean, I'm sure they can figure it out. But the Teutonic army, well, they got 4 shock. They got about 8 heavy shock cav. And then they got a lot of heavy spears. You can see a lot of the heavy spears moving over to this right flank here. He has medium melee. And then the left side is, of course, all of his light spears. So, you know, those are going up against the Lithuanians. Or, yeah, the Lithuanians. A lot of Lithuanian cav now shifting over to help out the Bohemians, who are going to be trying to make a push through the forest. Like I said, I love the ambush tactics here. They're hidden. The troops are obviously like kind of crouching, trying to stay hidden. Love how it looks. I love the just the forest. It's dark and kind of creepy. I mean, not too creepy because it's daylight. Imagine at nighttime it'd be kind of scary, but yeah, they're shifting up, pushing forward the lines, ready just to strike the enemy. Got the general, no, the general, this is a medium shock cav behind the lines. I mean, I guess it's possible for them to be hidden, especially considering how far away this is. And it looks like Teutonics, they see this one army and they're preparing an order of battle. I'm surprised they aren't going to try attacking this army, you know, doing a massive push. But of course, this army is waiting for their allies to spring the trap. They, of course, have medium bowmen in the front lines to do some skirmishing. Their forward line, look at these heavy spears. Oh, even one of the cooler aspects of this is these heavy melee infantry have like javelins. Like you see with their spears, they have like behind their shield, they have a javelin, and they of course have swords. I thought that was really cool detail there. So apparently they're missile infantry as well. Like they could throw a volley of javies as they're charging in. But what we wanted to kind of convey is like the lighter infantry build of, you know, the Teutonics were always known for their heavy cav and heavy infantry, the mailed knights, and that wasn't so much for like the Polish and Lithuanians. They had the lighter. They're more of like, I mean, they had some pretty good quality infantry. We do actually have a charge going on here. We got some heavy shock cav. I think one of the only ones he can bring. Oop. And we're going to get that charge. Immediate. Oh my goodness, what am I doing? There we go. Yeah, we have heavies getting goaded into a charge. You have some infantry. Maybe going to flank them. But they are giving chase. As you can see, Javies pushing over to this side. Oh! Oh, that was a deadly volley here. I mean, then we got a couple of them. Man. Those poor guys. And now we have a cav charge plus some infantry charging in. This is where the first beginnings. Ooh, more Javies going in, trying to take down some of this cavalry. This should be a very good fight for the Lithuanians. Also over here, it looks like Bohemia is pushing up. They have pushed up their spears, who are not... They're still hidden. Still hidden here. Pushing up their archers and bowmen. Maybe start skirmishing down the army. But you can see a lot more Teutonic Cav is mobilizing here. Archers may actually be in danger of getting killed. Oh, beautiful countercharge by Teutonic Order, sending in their heavy shock. Getting that light infantry. They're losing decisively now. We have more Cav now going to try their best to destroy this extra. I mean, these guys are chevroned up, this heavy shock Cav. More infantry pushing over here. Are they going to get a bit Javi charge off? Sort of. Oh my goodness, we have some... Dang. These Javis are just icing down the Cav here. Of course, with this enemy Cav pushing up, they are retreating. The skirmishers here, the line's not really budging. Just a little bit of a skirmish here on the corner. At the same time, though, I think the Teutonics have realized that there is a clash happening here. These guys are still hidden somehow. Archers are firing here, trying to whittle down the Teutonic light spears. Okay, so light infantry now shifted over here. All the lights, man. All right, well, here we got some swordsmen now charging in. So there's a huge charge here. Oh, yes. And we got more infantry pushing up, trying to flank. Archers going to try to maybe hit them. We got some Cav now pushing over on this side here, trying to go for a huge flank. Trying to move in quickly before the Teutonics get theirs. I mean, guys, forest fights are always rough to deal with. Now these guys are getting shot, but he's going to get a beautiful flanking charge. We do have medium axes. Oh, look at the counter charge, though. Get those guys right in the back here. And this is light spears, so we'll easily break them. We have some archers countercharging, but I mean, this infantry is getting attacked in the rear. That is going to be trouble. I need to send in my medium axe. But we did break the first of the lights. Now we do have more cavalry pushing up here. So now the medium cav is going to advance, breaking the first of that line. Here we go. We got a charge here, heavies versus mediums, so that's not going to go too well, unfortunately. Cav now throwing himself in. They're going to get a beautiful charge off on that medium melee infantry. This fight's still kind of a raging fight here as more infantry have now pushed up to take care of this heavy shock, which is losing decisively. And quite honestly, it's one player trying to multitask. It's going to be a little rough. The medium shock has finally charged in, and we have some reinforcements, more medium melee pushing up to secure this line. He is pushing up some of his medium melee infantry as well. Cav fight not looking too amazing here, to be honest. I mean, they're attacked to the rear, but they're doing pretty well here. Did have some Cav that rushed out, met by a heavy shock, and they're losing pretty decisively here. You can see over here as well, we're going to send some medium shock infantry against the heavy shock Cav. Teutonic Knights trying to hold that right flank. We may have some medium melee charging forward into a spear wall. Yeah, this spear wall should hold. And archers whittling them down as they're charging up here. Hey, they're at 90 already. We have some swordmen here to defend the line. Oh! Yeah, I got caught in a spear. That was kind of cool. We have some spears sitting here. They could probably be doing something, but, you know, my multitasking wasn't the greatest. We do have more heavy shock Cav from the Teutonic Order trying to force back this right side because things are starting to look really good. The Teutonic Order kind of went in a little disorganized here, getting a beautiful charge on the medium melee. This fight is kind of dissipated now, and too bad Lithuania didn't push up. Maybe it helps surround the side. I mean, he did push up, I should say. He's pushed up some spears and some skirmishers here. But like I said, this Cav, guys, was really, really brutal. Trying to reform my lines, obviously. Not looking the greatest. Over here, these medium melee have broken against these spear infantry. So already taking some losses, getting a beautiful flanking charge with the javelins. Cav getting just totally annihilated here. Did catch some of that light skirmish cav with our medium shock, trying to break them, get them out of the way. I mean, this fight's going terribly for us, though. The cav guys just isn't there for the Lithuanians and Bohemians. Oh, I think we formed a shield wall, but it's still going to be really a nasty charge. It is against some medium shock, so they can probably hold a little better, but he's going to fall back. These men are actually holding quite well. But over here, the spear line has held quite well. Some cavalry even charging and breaking that melee infantry in the flank. The rest of the line is holding here against this Lithuanian, or this Lithuanian line. These guys don't have a lot of troops here. I'm surprised he didn't maybe try attacking while we were separated. Especially since the Teutonics were definitely losing here. Of course, like I said, I wasn't, doing the greatest. Oh, what a beautiful charge. The Cav fight definitely not going well for us. I mean, we're losing the Cav fight everywhere. You got some spears now counter-charging here. I think these are some heavies. Oh, no, they're lights. And here comes more cavalry once more going in against these massive infantry. He's getting some really good charges. It really began to hurt me. And there's nothing I really had to deal with it. I was scared he was going to charge in on the rear of this medium spear. But thankfully, my ally began throwing in medium shock, trying to help, and now he got a back charge there. And so we were able to make a decisive... I don't know, we were able to kind of save face a little bit here. We still had all our archers. We had our spears were pretty healthy. A lot of our melee was still pretty healthy. So that initial ambush, it seemed like things were going okay at the moment. Man. Look at this guy. He's just going to whack this guy. Archers, though, really killing his shock. I mean, I didn't realize that. His medium shock got charged by heavy shock. He probably was hoping to go for the archers, but instead he's going to get just demolished here. Yeah, they just got slaughtered. Poor Lithuanians. Just trying to save their homeland from the brutal Teutonic Order, who is there to make them basically convert or die. But I love how their shot cap looks. It's gorgeous looking. Oh, he's got a counter charge though, but I think I formed some shield walls, and then the archer fire. Beautifully done. Just basically using this forest, and I'm pretty sure in reality, in real life, the forest would have been really rough for the Cav to operate in. And that's his general too, so obviously I'm trying to focus him down. But for all the heavy losses that were taken, I think we were looking a lot better. He didn't have very much Cav left. He started with 8, and he had about 2 heavy Cav plus his general, 3 heavy Cav, I guess. But now he's reforming, and we are going to start the advance here. I was hoping to catch him out before he reformed his lines, but unfortunately it didn't happen. But all his archers are just chopping up. Man, he lost all his skirmishers. That's crazy. And then we had 2 archers to his 4. Each of us had 2 to make it a total of 4. But yeah, it's been a little rough one, that's for sure. Oh, you can see like shadows moving in the forest. And archers are already starting to fire. I think they've started forming shield wall. as these guys have some good shield blocking, but obviously they're still getting hit pretty hard. Look at that, all the archers running past. This mod, guys, I think I don't play it enough or showcase it enough. It is such an amazing mod. But what I'm doing here is I think I'm planning on trying to out-skirmish him, so I'm focusing down on his archers here. There's some pretty good archers. Not a lot of them. I wish I had more cav at this point, I think. Man. So the next part is just a big skirmish, the time being, but it kind of catapults. At some point, it's going to have to. Got whatever cav I have left rushing over to kind of defend my archers, as he had cav that he was shifting over as well. Yeah, cav shifting over. It's interesting how some of the guys show up and some of them don't. It's kind of weird looking. But you can see he's running pretty low on ammo. I mean, so are we, I guess. So we're basically skirmishing each other's skirmishers instead of each other's men, although he is hitting some of my spears. But yeah, we're just getting in position. My men are just resting up a little bit. Some of my men were a little exhausted at the very beginning, so resting them up, not a bad thing. But here we go. Here comes the advance. They're in shield wall, so they're advancing in a shield wall-like formation. Past all the archers. We do have some Teutonics charging out. Very weak unit. They're going for some archers. I wish I could say I was prepared for this, but I probably wasn't. However, still had some spears formed up. And spears still did a good job of holding. He was getting kind of chopped up here. But yeah, we're continually pushing forward, ignoring this little flanking charge. The advance has been given on all sides. He does have light melee, but he also has some heavies over on this side. But his center is... Okay, this right side I would focus as the Teutonic Order. I mean, and this is all heavies. All heavies. But I'm going to go in with my cav and try running down some of his archers. Of course, he's going to countercharge with his general, unfortunately. So I'm going to try to get my cav out of there, but it's not going to work. Although, actually, maybe he's going to go for my spears. I'm not sure. But all of his cav all of a sudden out of nowhere came in. Oh, come on. Stand strong. Oh, man. I mean, they held a lot better than I thought they would. But there we go. We got my general now being thrown into the fray, trying to stop this onslaught. At the same time, I want to keep putting pressure on them so that, you know, he doesn't get a chance to recoup, I guess. Archer fire really raining down here. Using the flaming arrows. But he's pushing up swordsmen, so he's actually seizing the initiative that I didn't get a chance to. He has his medium shock, which is extremely good. And he's charging. I'm setting in my shock. Plus some melee to kind of cushion it. So a lot of infantry being absorbed by one, which I wasn't too happy about. He did well in that regard. His cav is just constantly catapulting forward. He's throwing infantry towards me. They did lose their general, which was a huge blow to morale. My spears are going to take a fight with that medium shock. Thankfully, my spears were some of my better infantry, and I got a flanking charge here with my my medium shock. He's going to start going in here. This is becoming a mess, which I was a little nervous about. But yeah, my allies going in, Lithuanians. They are going lights against heavies. I can't imagine this is going to go too well, but oh, what a fight. And he does have heavy shock in reserve here, but he has plenty of units here. He has more shock. He focused all of his medium shock infantry on my flank, which was more than adequate to start really breaking me down here. Thankfully, he did also help me out, and we broke in the center, so we had some reserves start shuttling over. I'm throwing troops forward to maybe try to, you know, get some flanks in. Oh, his cav, I forgot about this. His medium shock cav came in the back and destroyed the enemy archers, which is amazing. But you can see I am breaking against this medium shock. They've barely lost anything. They've killed quite a lot of troops here, and they're killing and racking up the kills very quickly here. Thankfully, we broke some of his medium melee. We're charging in. We almost have sandwiched this shock infantry. My ally Lithuania over here, I mean, these guys are losing decisively against the heavy spears. But he has still those shock infantry in reserve, plus he has cav now, going to do some hammer and anvil, maybe try to break the infantry. But yeah, this shock infantry, there's 3 of them, and they are just shattering my left flank here. Totally obliterating it. But we have a breakthrough in the center, which looks like he's going to start throwing in some heavy spears. This side's breaking. He's probably going to start shifting over his shock infantry.
The men are broken and running for their lives.
Yeah, he's going to need them. If his general hadn't died, I think he would have held way better. I mean, his infantry should be holding way better over here and even over here, but they aren't. And thankfully, I had cav. If I didn't have my allies cav, I think it would have been over for me.
Our men are rallying. They're not done yet.
But a vicious fight in this side. I mean, the blood everywhere. It's just really, really desperate fight. We have spearmen trying to hold against the shock infantry. We're going to start butchering their way through these guys probably easily. And there's this fight still is a mosh, a mixture. Both sides, no one has really made a decisive win here, although it looks like these heavy shock are going to break through these spears. This side not looking too hot, though. The only thing that's going to save us is the morale. And this mass that I've actually managed to save in the center, and his cav charging in the back. That's going to save it. That'll do it. His general is bravely attacking here, but of course I'm going to get a counter charge as well. And at this point, I think the mistake was he threw his cav away too early, and maybe there was no real way to do that. I mean, maybe he had no choice. It's difficult to 2v1. And I think he did a good job. He broke a lot of units. You can see we have some pretty heavy losses, win or lose. And he is still winning on this side. He's going to get a back charge here. I felt a little more confident than I did at this point. But I guess, I mean, the reinforcements here, all these troops are just starting to break. And it's going to probably turn into a mass rout here. The cav is going to save the day here for us. And the poor Teutonics are going to be retreating. Yeah, the Teutonic Order is breaking, I think. And the last pocket of resistance is getting attacked by these axemen. And I think that's it. I think they all just broke. Yep. Like I said, guys, not a very close battle, maybe. But at what cost? A Pyrrhic victory. So, you know, the Templars are not to be scoffed at, and especially going forward with these battles. They are going to be a force to reckon with, which is why it was so important to beat them in this battle here. Because the ultimate, obviously, result is now King Conrad of the Slavs does not get... he doesn't get the Teutonics in the next battle, which could seriously cause him to not be able to win his battle, which is he needed the Teutonic Order in order to win. And yeah, that's kind of the whole point of these battles is building, excuse me, building on top of each other. I'm excited to see how these are going to go forward. Like I said, the next battle is hopefully going to be a 4v4. Should be a larger scale battle. And then of course the next one and the next one, you know, gonna get some more people involved. I am really looking forward. Like I said, I've wanted to do this for a very long time, so it's nice to see this another passion of mine be kind of fulfilled, I guess. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Let's look at the results here. I really enjoyed this, but I hope you guys did even more, obviously. But you can see the kills here. Teutonic Order, he got some really juicy kills with his heavies. He also got some really good with his shock infantry. His bows got really good kills. But unfortunately, I think this was his... This was his heavy spears. They did not get the kills. I think that they should have for being heavy infantry. They did hold very well. I had a small elite 4 units of spearmen, which I chevroned up a ton, and I expected them to hold my center, which they did beautifully. They didn't get that many kills, but they held. My cav, I think, got the most kills, and then some of my shock infantry got really good kills. I didn't get a lot. I got about the same as my ally, who his cav got crazy good kills, 390 kills, then 221. So he had more heavies, and that obviously is what saved him. Yeah, we'll see how the next battle goes. I guess we'll have to set it up. We'll have to pick the factions for it and all. But that's it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. You guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, and I will catch you all in another glorious battle.